good toss that time, but there's a penalty flag that flew late. Gary Peters in the vicinity with Saunders. Could be illegal contact here, an interference call. There's that leadership Matthew Shinetti was talking about.
Pass interference, Edmonton number 36. This is a 10-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
And it was Arjun Colhoun.
First and 10 to the 43.
Here you'll see the corner, Arjun Colhoun. He's going to step up. The out is going to come to him from the number 3 receiver. And he steps up and makes contact there as the ball is en route. What's the flag? It actually looked to me almost like the receiver was setting up almost as if he was blocking for a hitch screen. He wasn't looking for the football.
Offensive pass interference on the play. The play will be reviewed.
Jason Moss throwing a challenge here. It's been 2 and 4 on the yellow flag calls, so he will take this to the court of CFL command.
Again, what you're going to see is the number 3 receiver right on the hash mark is going to break out. He'll end up right around the numbers, but he's not looking for the football. He looks as if he's looking to block, as if Jalen Saunders were expecting there to be a hitch screen caught outside of him and then looking to cut underneath. Colhoun is the one who's actually trying to make a play for the ball and gets impeded, and that's the argument that Jason Moss is making.
Based on that evidence, that could be overturned and could be a call against the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Could be a very successful challenge here, particularly at this point. Under 3.5 to go, third quarter, and the Eskimos trying to bite back into this game. Here's Andre.
After review, there is no pass interference on the play. It will be second down from the 33-yard line. There's no infraction on the play.
So no infraction, but no offensive interference, so they'll move the ball back to where it was.
Second and 10 for the Tiger Cats.
Collaros signaling now with Junior Collins right in their backfield. Colhoun gets a reprieve. 4-man rush for the Eskimos. Collaros now flushed, now rushed, stepping out of bounds, and will not get to the first down marker. May have picked up 6, maybe 6.5. Odell Willis gives the quarterback a friendly pat. I don't know however friendly it is with Odell. I don't think it would have been friendly if that would have been in the field of play.
Odell Willis is a guy who just loves playing the game. You listen to the Edmonton Eskimos coaching staff, players, and so on, for much as Odell Willis earlier in his career might have been labeled as something of a wild child. His teammates absolutely love him and respect him as a leader. His coaches sure appreciate his efforts as well.
Can he ever play? One of the great characters in the game. Good kick. Lawrence. It's one crease. 8-yard return on a 56-yard kick, and there is the big O. Right now, Mike Riley trying to get the Eskimos going, and we'll see how he's doing. I mean, we've seen Mike Riley get beaten up so much through the years. Saw him leave the field last time, looked like he was favoring that hand. That's nothing to this guy. He's
this is a guy who earned his reputation for toughness before the Eskimos won a Grey Cup.
Yes.
You go back to 2014.
Flag flies. Drilled in. Zylstra can't hang on. Let's see if this was a free play for Mike Riley.
Offside.
From my understanding here, Rod, somebody was offside.
Well, here's Andre one more time. Everybody gets a mulligan.
After review by the video official, we've got offside, Hamilton number 0. This is a 5-yard penalty. We'll repeat first down.
I think Devon Coleman must have been lined up offside. Didn't appear to be early movement on the play.
2 minutes to go, third quarter. Up the gun once more for Trayvon Van. Larry Dean in on another tackle. Dosta State Blazer, former Division II champion. He's become a real anchor for the Hamilton Tiger Cats linebacking trio.
Yeah, took over that middle linebacker spot a year ago. As Larry Dean yesterday, you know, you're the middle linebacker, you're supposed to be the guy in charge, but can you ever get in a word in the huddle with Simone Lawrence? He said, oh, it's a good thing we don't huddle up.
There they are in the middle, 21 and 11. Here they come. And nowhere to go for Trayvon Van. That was almost telepathic. Ticats knew that was happening.
Yeah, Justin Capicotti's going to come off the edge. Lightning fast to make a play.
Second and 16. Eskimo offense that suddenly has gone cold, and a Hamilton defense that came in tonight ranked dead last, giving up yardage. Might be a free one for Riley. Down the sideline, Duke Williams stays in, but he was out of bounds and then came back in, hits that flag. You cannot go out of bounds, come back in the field of play, and accept the football, and that's what that penalty flag is for. But what is the first flag all about? John Chick may have been guilty of jumping early. The big man.
Offside. Hamilton, number 7. Illegal participation. Edmonton, number 81. He went out of bounds and came back in and caught a football. This is a 10-yard penalty. We're going to go back 5 yards. Repeat second down.
John Chick, there you saw. Upfield account early. And watch. Williams down the sidelines here. That left foot. Steps back on the sideline as he looked to redirect himself to come back to that football. He wasn't forced out, so that becomes illegal participation because he came from outside of the field to play.
Riley's got time. Pumps one to Zylstra. Brandon Zylstra. Huge play as the third quarter winds down. Hauls that in for 26 yards and will move the chains. This is not a good sign. That's cornerback Keon Lynn holding that knee, and he is in significant pain here.
Keon Lynn, the injured Ticat on the play.
Lynn again, just new to this Ticat lineup.
Yeah, playing his second game. He was injured coming out of training camp, so he sat out their first game of the season. First 2 weeks, rather, returned for their third game against BC, where he lined up at nickel linebacker. This week, coming in at boundary corner. You'll see Keon Lynn, he's the outside of the two defenders. And it looked like that left foot, as he tried to make a play on Zylstra, looked like the left foot caught in the turf. Keep an eye on his left foot here as he goes by.
Yeah, right there. Did you see the knee kind of buckle?
The injury woes continue on the back end for the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Again, this is a team where Abdul Kane was acquired. Everybody taking a knee here. Out of respect for the injured Ticat cornerback, but Kane and Manuel Davis, players dropping like flies in that Ticat secondary. Could be a delay here. It looks like they're may have to bring the card out. Knew it right away as he grabbed that knee. Just feel for a player that has to go through this. Dwayne, you played the game at this level for so many years. They will bring the card out. Just hate to see this stuff happen.
Yeah, when it's can be at least momentarily demoralizing to a team. Again, Keon Lynn is the corner. He's on the outside here. Once the pass is thrown, he's going to break up field to try and make a play on Zylstra. You'll see it's right after he spins off here. Just that left foot seems to jam into the turf awkwardly and jolt his knee. And comes forward on that step.
And you know, you've seen so many knee injuries through the years, and we've, you know, seen this before. Some of them are so innocuous.
Yeah, well, you think back to S.J. Green's injury we talk about all the time as one that looks like the most innocent thing.
Just that plant foot.
It's such a devastating injury.
There's Andy Fantuz on the sideline, covering as well from injury. Talking with Odell Willis. We wish this young man the very best. Played some arena football. Jacksonville Sharks, was on the Bomber practice roster a few years ago and spent some time in NFL camps.
So this will lead to some more shuffling on the back end. They added a little bit of depth in the secondary, picking up former Winnipeg Blue Bomber Terrence Frederick this week. He's on the roster.
Great sign of sportsmanship there for Brandon Zylstra, who was involved in that play, and Mike Riley just all class.
Yeah, you see a number of Eskimo players going over to give their best wishes.
It is such a fraternity because every one of these players realizes that could be him.
Yeah, on any given play.
Salute to the fans who salute 25-year-old Keon Lynn. Pride of Miami, Florida, and Syracuse University. And as usual, the show and the game does go on. Coaches stay up late at night after stuff like that. Final play, third quarter upcoming. See how each team reacts to what just happened. Zylstra with a 26-yard reception. Riley. Another completion to end the quarter to Vidal Hazelton. Puts it into Hamilton territory, and here come the Eskimos, and they need to come, and they need to come back. Trying to stay undefeated tonight in a hard-hitting ball game. 12-point game. Home side leads right now. The Eskimos trying to fight back on Thursday night football. One team that is 3-0, another that is 0-3. One team that has been able to win in close ball games, and that team is trailing right now 25-13 as we look at all the numbers in this ball game, and those 7 points off turnovers. And really the difference in this game is that blocked punt recovered by Jeff Hughes in the end zone. But you'd have to still think that the experience of Mike Riley here, particularly on this drive, they make it close, could make it a very nervous fourth quarter for the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what has been the difference for the Tiger Cats in the early going. You could argue that with Mike Riley alone at the quarterback spot, you've got a guy who's been there, done that, and has kind of seen it all in the Canadian Football League. The same isn't necessarily true for the guys on the back end for Hamilton, although they've stepped up in a big way here tonight.
And again, with Lynn down, they've had to make some adjustments. So Riley comes up tossing, flag down. Mitchell out of bounds with the football. 6 or 7 down near the 40. But again, Andre Proulx has some news here.
Offside. Hamilton, number 0, 5-yard penalty. Remains second, first down.
Devon Coleman once more.
First and 5 for Edmonton. Let's keep it going.
Whether it's his hand or his helmet, again, I think this is his alignment creeping into the neutral zone. I'll just point out the 2 passes thrown since Keon Lynn, the starting boundary corner, went down. They've both gone to that spot.
They pound the gut here, right up the pipe. Trayvon Van,
First down, Edmonton.
guy who was with the Ottawa Red Blacks, of course, found a home here in Edmonton and will be the featured tailback for the rest of the season, with John White out for the season.
Well, Edmonton's new GM, Brock Sunderland, formerly the assistant GM in Ottawa, has brought in some familiar faces, including Van.
Riley pulls it back and pitches it out. Corey Watson with a great play. Look at Corey Watson go, and he's going to score a touchdown. A zig, a zag, a cut here. Corey Watson has his first touchdown of the season.
Well, Corey Watson's a guy who's earned more of a reputation as a banger than a dancer in his CFL career. He does a nice job making people miss here. He motions across the formation to get into the flat. It's right here. Little leg lift to get around Terrence Frederick. Newcomer into that secondary. Part of the adjustment since the injury to Lynn. Frederick came in as the field halfback. Justin Rogers switched from boundary half out to boundary corner. And Khalid Wooten, who ended up staying at that at the halfback spot. Frederick moving into Rogers' spot.
Another player down. And an all-star in Simone Lawrence. And we'll try to get an update. It looks like he should be able to return. Smiles on the Edmonton bench. Right back in it. A veteran Corey Watson.
I gotta see that.
Really one of the holdovers, leftovers from last year at this time on that line. Everybody's either gone or hurt right now, and we say a Darius Bowman, first game out of the lineup tonight with a hamstring pull. So Watson comes up big when they need him. Sean White. Puts it through easily. Now a 5-point game. Watson makes one miss, then another miss, then another. Takes it to the house for the double E. The CFL on TSN is brought to you by the 2017 GMC Sierra Elevation Edition. Get noticed like a pro. Simone Lawrence is now going back to the locker room. Try to get an update with Matthew Shinetti. This could be devastating to the Hamilton Tiger Cats, who lead right now 25-20. Could use something from this guy. Oh, what a spin from Brandon Banks. Sean White forces him out of bounds. penalty on the play on a 30-yard return, one of Banks' best returns in the early season.
Well, here we're going to take a look back at the touchdown. And by formation, you're going to see Will Hill is the nickel linebacker. Now, usually he's way over on this side, but because of formation, they pull him out of the way. So that takes one cover guy out of the mix. The other two linebackers are in the middle, Larry Dean, Simone Lawrence. They both get drawn up to the line of scrimmage on the run fake. Off play action here, you now have essentially occupied all three linebackers. So it's just receivers versus secondary. Corey Watson makes one miss, gets a couple of nice blocks, and he's got his first touchdown of 2017.
Brandon Banks, return negated, and a holding call on the return. So long field. Cats start on their 15. Early in the fourth, Collaros up to Luke Tasker. Tasker brought down by Kenny Ladler in great pursuit that time. Closes in on the Cat receiver, and only a 4-yard gain.
Well, Kenny Ladler's emergence through the second half of last season, carrying over into this year, has been so important to the Eskimo defense, as he now finds himself as a second-year man who's the old veteran starter in that linebacking core, with the injuries to Sherritt and Corey Greenwood.
Collaros finds Saunders. Brought down by Arjun Colhoun. You saw Simone Lawrence. That's a good sign for the Cats back on the sideline. Looked like he kind of just pulled up as he was chasing down Watson en route to the end zone. There's Simone. That's the last thing the Hamilton Tiger Cats need right now.
Yeah, for all the injuries they've had, Lawrence has been nicked a couple times in the early going here, but I think as one of the leaders of this team, he kind of recognizes the importance of staying in the lineup for his teammates.
Floater on the far side up to Jones. Colhoun there again.
Mike Jones really getting an opportunity as the Ticats look to start a Canadian in that receiving core, with Andy Fantuz out of the mix until at least late in the season. He's working in a player development role for the Tiger Cats right now while he continues his rehab from a knee injury suffered late last year.
I don't think he wants that to be full-time quite just yet.
No, not yet. Not yet.
They miss him. Fantuz, one of the most sure-handed receivers in the history of the game, certainly on second down. 1st and 10, Collaros with time. Fires! Nice catch made by Junior Collins. In stride, 18-yard pickup.
Well, they had 3 routes all coming towards the middle of the field from that right side of the formation. Collins was the third one, with the previous 2 from Tasker and Jones essentially clearing things out for him.
Played his college ball in Ohio, Mount Union. Native of Geneva, New York. Jasper Collins Jr., who goes by Junior Collins. Jeremiah Masoli into the game, hands it off to Banks. Brandon Banks has the corner. Flag down, and it looked like it might have been an illegal block on that far side. That was able to spring Banks. The crowd likes it, but this might be coming back here. Masoli in for this sequence. Comes back to the sideline for Collaros.
And you'll see the receiver, I believe that's Mike Jones,
Still first down.
right in the middle of your screen. Excuse me, Jasper Collins loses his man. Wants to pull him down. That's what draws the flag.
It's the first time we've seen Brandon Banks involved in the offense, and maybe that's a way to get Brandon Banks back involved. Get him a couple touches.
Yeah, we talked about this on Saturday. The fact that somewhere you need to find a spark offensively. He might be the guy.
Deep shot. Collaros is picked off. Josh Woodman with the interception, and that was easy pickings for the Western Mustang. Could be a costly turnover. Looking for Tasker. Woodman hauls it in. Edmonton ball. Down 5.
How do you want to live?